means we are live on social media. We can have 50 people in this audience. Get 500 people out there. Say hello to the 500 people, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are right there on the internet. That is the power of social media. Now, before we talk about the title of what social media is, I really want to pick. The reason I picked the title is very, very, very important. So as we welcome, and if you're listening on the internet, I invite you to know that there may be 50 people in this room and it's getting bigger. The standing room only at the end, at the back. There's 500 people out there. So wherever you are, whether you're on the YouTube channel, if you're on the Google Plus channel, if you're on Facebook, or if you're on my website, wherever you are, on the bottom, type in who you are and where you're calling in from, or where you're logging in from, so that we get to know who you are, because as we're interacting in this room, we're coming to you with a live feed from a room into the internet where you are. So think about this for a second. What we're actually doing is we can take any room. So for all the entrepreneurs in this room, how many people own their own business in the room? Okay, about half the room. How many people are maybe career people looking to start a business? And how many people will never put their hand up no matter what I say? There was one out there who didn't do it. So wherever you are in the room over here on the internet, it's about leveraging social media. It's about getting out there. If we're not going to be enthusiastic where you are on the internet, nobody else knows you're behind the computer screen on social media not doing nothing. Okay, that's the worst thing you want to do. There is one worse thing, and that's doing something but the wrong way, where you announce yourself publicly as someone that people don't want to do business with. Like the insurance salesperson or the real estate person that says, I sell insurance, how many do you want? Okay, we're going to teach you the right way of how to do it. And so the title that we picked today is the most important thing, because when you understand it, I want you to visualize yourself and your own business. And I want you to visualize in the room as you're an entrepreneur, business owner, that it is you standing up on stage right here like I am. So when you give me a standing ovation at the end of this, I'm not saying you will, you're actually visualizing that everybody else is doing it to you. That's social media. And I want you to understand that. You want to give everybody that you meet a standing ovation with every like, with every tag, with every comment. You want to build people up. Remember that. So it's not about the standing ovation that we'll physically do. We will do it, but it's not a prediction. And over there on the internet, I want each and every one of you to know that you can actually physically stand, even though you're alone with your computer, and acknowledge other people as they're there, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Get really enthusiastic out there and in here. And then we've actually discovered the biggest secret of everything else we're going to teach today. The biggest secret is the enthusiasm. It's the only thing that nobody is going to teach you in life. Nobody's going to teach you that. You can start a new job. They'll teach you the great new skills, whether it's McDonald's or whether you're the VP of a new company and you need to know what niche they're operating in. It doesn't matter. The enthusiasm is what it can't be learned. You've got to bring it. So how do you develop it? And social media leverages that perfectly. So leveraging the new social media to explode your business in 2014. Leverage is where you take something little, a little stick, to move a bigger boulder. Leverage. How do you leverage a little thing that you do online to create bigger results? And the new social media is because nothing's really changed, but the new is the way you're going to learn how to operate on social media, so you can change it from being someone that wastes their time online to someone who can create the business that comes out of being online. So I want to first of all tell you, why am I qualified to teach you, to train you today on social media? I mean, I could be anybody, but I invite you to visit my site. I'm a connector. As a connector, I connect businesses to more business. I connect business like yours to more business, opportunity, resources, strategies. I'd like to get an idea of who's in the room right now so I can speak to your particular businesses in no particular order. Just shout it out. What type of businesses do we have in the room? Politician. Yes, Jillian Susenko. Silvechko. My apologies if you're listening online. Please vote for Jillian Silvechko. And who else do we have? Direct sales, mobile application development, business coaching, construction, insurance, real estate, financial services. I think we're covering the gamut of everybody that we've got, and it's good because I'd like to speak to that as we talk about how do you specifically leverage what it is that we all do. I'm a joint venture expert, so I not only connect you to more business opportunities, resources, strategies, I actually can look at your business from outside of the business that you're in. You're operating in a way that may be very successful, but I can look at the bottle that you're in from the label on the outside and say, how about this? Have you considered this? And I can bring you those opportunities for you to do more business. I'm an event promoter. We turn rooms like this from 20, 30 to 50 people, and rooms out there to a lot. So to do that, I want you to ask yourself, if you were to invite everybody on your social media today, how many people would actually turn up to a party, to an event, to an online room, to whatever it is that you're doing? I want you to consider that social media is about developing your leverage, your ability to do that, your ability to ask and invite and have people join you in a room or to do business with you or to take the next step with you. And I'm a health nut. You may not see that from looking. I've been on a road to six-pack for a long, long time. This man and myself have been at it on Facebook. And you know what? It tells a good story. I love to work out, but I love my food. I couldn't resist my goat roti earlier on, oxtail the day before. I'm driving home, I said food, and then, so it tells for a story that is incomplete because the six-pack has not happened. The reason I tell you this, I'm asking you, what is your story? People love a great story. They don't just want to know about your business coaching and your insurance and your real estate. They want to know who you are. What is your story? What causes you to create that passion? Was it the Apple computer that they bought, or was it Steve Jobs' story? So I want you to ask yourself, what is your story as well? And as we move in now to social media, we talked about what social media is, right? Social is just about saying hello. Understand at its simplicity, in case you don't understand it. To be social is to say hello, how are you, we're at a party, we're becoming social. Whether we're doing it in a real life party or whether we're doing it right here, it's just about reaching out and shaking hands with the person that you might have a photo of or somebody that you want to meet. Now, how many people said hello to the person sitting beside them right now before we started? Okay, we've got a deal. That's what social media is. The first rule of thumb that you want to do, whether you're online or offline, is how do you just reach out and say hello? That's social. Okay, so understand what social is. The media is the medium or the channel that we use to get social. So think about it that way, that you want to say hello over different channels, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, we'll cover all that stuff. So how do you do that? And how do you do it in a way that is strategic? How do you leverage saying hello over all of these other channels? The marketing is where it comes in. The marketing determines whether you're going to waste your time on social media, like many people talk about and say, oh, you know what, social media, forget it. I've wasted 2, 3, 4 hours a day. Or when you market and do it the right way, which you're going to learn today, how does that translate into dollars and business and something called, that's bigger than a Canadian or a US dollar, it's called social currency. It's a dollar that is a heart-centered currency that earns you the right to do more business. It's not translated in money. It's translated, if you get a chance to listen to a video that Gary Vaynerchuk, I follow. How many people know Gary Vaynerchuk here? Yes, sir, Jimmy P. Gary Vaynerchuk. His latest book is called Jab, 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 Right Hook. There's a few people that know that. So it's all about how do you ask for the sale? How do you give? And, he talks about the sweet science of boxing. And how do you ask? You've got to ask, and you've got to ask in the right way. So that's what marketing is all about. But I want you to research Gary Vaynerchuk's thing on Mother's Day. He did a video on what is the currency of your mother. What is the currency of your mom? What a beautiful thing. It can't be measured with money, what your mother did for you. The time she said, you know what, Ash, you're going to do it. Ash, you're looking good. Ash, you're the best, right? That self-esteem that it built up that mom did. And so I want you to translate that into social media. When you build that currency with other people, when you honor them, when you edify them, when you connect with them, when you give them and contribute to what they are and their vision is, that's what you want to be doing in social media. It's not about asking for sale all the time. So know that as you're putting your whole social media strategy together, underlying that, it's how much are you willing to give and contribute after you know the vision of somebody else and contribute directly to what it is that they want. Give them magazine articles or stuff that you find or pictures or information that would be valuable to them. So that's the underlying currency behind the marketing. So it's basically using social media portals to positively influence consumers towards a website, company, brand, product, service, or person. This is the most important part. It's usually, it screams louder if it's delivered by a third party. We can blow our own horn and say, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, but the trumpet sounds louder if somebody else is saying it about you. So keep that in mind. Who are your fans that are talking about you versus you talking about how great my company is, how great I am, look at me, look at everything I do. So the marketing is all about how do you create that leverage with other people talking about you. So the new social media is an integrated approach, connecting with clients, prospects, promoting your business. You really want to take all of the social media platforms and all of your channel visitors through the various media and traffic them to a web page and a blog, and you do that with email marketing. I find that once we talk about a lot of what happens in social media, there's only one way to bring the glue together, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. It's to bring them into a place that you capture their email. And when you capture their email, now you have them to contribute to them where they won't be able to really go very far away. Let's put it that way. On Facebook, they can or not come back. But until they opt out, you've got them. It's almost a forced value creation, right? So how many people, I do a lot of email marketing, and so I'm going to teach you about how the email connects your webpage, your blog, and all the social media through creating a community, whether it's Facebook or other business properties. Now, I make a good living just from my email. If I blast my email, I sell products. That's something you can do as well. How many people over here came to the show as a result of my email? All right, we've got at least 1/3 of the room. So figure out in your own business, how can you create value to have people opt into your email list so that you can continue to give them value and continue to have them and create a community. That's what we're going to be learning on social media marketing. So what does social media marketing do? It enables others to advocate for your business through compelling content. That's another way of saying what I said before. You're not the one talking about yourself. Somebody else is. Why are they talking about you? Because you do great things. You're publishing great content. You're putting out things for people, whether you're a real estate agent, you're not talking about, oh, this is the house I've got for sale. You want to educate people. If you're in insurance, you want to educate people about lifestyle and different things that they can look at. The fact that it's always on the back of their mind, well, what should happen if my loved one was to pass away? What will happen to my kids as they grow up? These are stories that, we get to use for marketing without blatantly wanting to sell insurance, right? If you're a florist, so you take a look at the stories you're telling. This, if you take one thing out of my slide, this is the one thing I would love for you to get out of my slide. My entire presentation, if you can understand this concept. This is a nutshell of what social media is all about. And it's very powerful. So we have gone from the days before, even with the cell phone or with phone technology and that sort of thing, we've gone from a one-to-one communication. It could be communication where, we're talking on the phone, we're talking on the street, we're visiting each other at our homes, and we're having a one-to-one communication, right? When you bring somebody into your email list, now when you've got a community, you've got a one-to-many communication. So now I blast my email, 16,000 people get my email. They can either respond, they can go to a site, they can, buy some product, they can say hello back to me, they can reply. It's a one-to-many. So I blast, many people get it, right? Or we speak from stage, and many people listen. It's a one-to-many. So we've gone from a one-to-one to one-to-many. Social media is all about a many-to-many communication. I'm going to show you how powerful that is, so that when you get it, you're going to see that this is something that is actually going to explode your business if you use it the right way. Because when you post something on your Facebook page, or say on my Facebook page, my 5,000 friends get to see that. When I post on your page, your 5,000 friends get to see that. When we're having a communication on Facebook or on social media, all of our friends get to see that. So when you're having a conversation, instead of going into the message bar, I hardly have any messages. Think about this privately, because I invite you to give me one example where we should have a private conversation, unless you're talking to your lover or your kids or your best friend or something. But for any other communication, I have all my communications on my wall. I know you might think that's strange, but take it in for a moment that it's on my wall. Somebody says, Ash, can you help me with this? I said, post it on my wall. Right? The message. I said, no, post it on my wall. Ash, can you promote this event for me? Post it on my wall. See, what happens when they post on the wall, my friends start to take a look at what these people want with a private message and say, hey, I know somebody. I can give you that. So if you take a look at the power of the many-to-many communication, unless it's really a private something that needs to be in a message, it all belongs online. And the power of the many-to-many is what is actually going to leverage and explode your business. So understand that concept. So before you even get started on social media, many of us get out there, we spend a lot of time. We end up wasting our time on social media. Why? Because we don't know why we're on social media in the first place. We don't know whether we're on Facebook or Twitter and for what reason. We don't know where our customers are, our best prospects are. So I invite you to ask yourself 4 questions before you even get on social media, because until you know the answer to these questions, you won't know where to go on social media. Who is your target market? So take a look at whatever you do, whether it's real estate, insurance, whether you're in financial services, you're a florist. We're looking at business services and coaching and mobile applications. Take a look at who is your target market that's going to buy it. Who are you? Who are you as a person and as a business? Who do you serve? And what's your best strategy to get there? So take those 4. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be moving very fast because I've got 2 hours worth of presentation in the next probably half hour. So I'm going to speak a lot faster. Who's ready to listen fast? Yes, we're going to ready move. And I promise you one thing. Leave us your email address. We're going to send you all the slides because I'm going to be moving fast. We're going to get all the slides. And at the end of it all, I've got something. Remember I said we're not going to sell you anything. You're going to leave your Visa, MasterCard in your pocket. We're going to give you something free. We're going to give you something free. I'm going to give you one of my courses because we teach this stuff. Absolutely free. But it's only going to happen if the room is enthusiastic. And by the end of the day, we're going to find out how enthusiastic you are. Based on that, you get the free course. Is that a deal? Is that a deal? Yes! I see the free course coming to you. Now, why people use the various different social media, we're going to go very fast. Facebook's all about people. Okay, where are you going to find the people you already know? Your friends, your family, your classmates. Google Plus is about your passion. What is your niche? You create communities in Google Plus. LinkedIn, you want to connect professionally, whether it's for business to business or whether you're looking for a job, you want to expand your career. You definitely want a LinkedIn profile. Twitter, how do I feel today? Perception. And it's not always, as a matter of fact, it's never about what did I eat, and that stuff is where the waste of time happens. Ladies and gentlemen, your perception is maybe something more inspiring about what this gorgeous, sunny, rainy, cloudy day is doing for you, but the gratitude you have translates into the love for your family and all of that wonderful stuff. So that's social currency. Pinterest, pictures and visuals, we're going to talk about that. Google Hangouts, you want to meet people live. Shall we give the people on the internet a round of applause, everybody? We're live. We're live. For you on the internet, there we are. There we are. They're seeing the presentation right on the internet. That's incredible. Okay, this slide, you'll get it if you were to give us your email. It really tells you that if someone is using Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, what are they most likely to use next? It's very important if you're really drilling down into who your target market is. So once you determine who you are, what's your strategy to get there, and ladies and gentlemen, there's one person on social media who's got me beat. He posts more than me. That man just walked in on the back, Mr. Naftaj Chando. Let's give him a hand. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for being in, Naftaj. So, aside from that slide, which you will get, an important question. What is going to be your foundation in social media? Now, this is very important because have we all experienced those people who are negative? They're never having a great day. They're always using, maybe procrastinating, delaying, destroying your dreams when you post good stuff online, and they take, and take. You want to know who you are, because even though you fake it, there's no faking it on social media. If you're in a bad mood and you post, I'll tell you something, people can see that you're in the mood you're in when you post. There's something about your words, the written word that comes out with the mood that you're in, with who you are. How can you become who you are so you're never paying attention to who's going to really feel who you are? You want to pay attention to what's on the right-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, this goes beyond just being online with social media. You want to become the giver. In giving, there's a lot of pleasure. You want to become the contributor of people's ideas and dreams and businesses. You want to be the action taker. People see you taking action on social media. They follow the leader. People don't follow the follower. So you want to be the builder of dreams, the builder of vision, of your own vision, and you want to lead from there. So people will know and feel and see you coming even though you're behind that screen. It's the craziest idea. But it's so true. So to the degree you know that is the degree you're going to be able to just blast yourself out there and have the people come and follow you so they'll take action with whatever your business is, with whatever you're going to suggest. So we talked about the fact that we're on social media. Now, where do you meet those people? Even if you're shy, there's so many places out there, business events, networking, BNI, legacy, training events, seminars, meetups, elevators, checkout lines, gas stations, dog walking, even walking without a dog. You don't need a dog to meet people. Although I've seen dog lovers, I love it how the way dogs meet and then they're meeting, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Nightclubs, yes, and of course online. So as many people as we can meet offline with 50 people in the room here, there's 500, there's 5,000, there's over 1 billion people online. You've got to determine where are you not going to waste your time by meeting the right people. So now you've met the right people, you've got the right demographics. What do you ask them? Here are the 7 questions that you want to ask everybody you meet. Now, you could have questions of your own, so think about those. And what I would like to do is I've given you my 7 best questions. Who are you is the first part of the conversation that you want to have. Who are you? You know, what do you do? What is important to you? People want to tell you what's important to them. How else are you going to know what their vision is? What are your goals for 2014? Until you know, you're not going to know what to give them, what to post, and what to bring to them and connect them to. What do you want to accomplish? Bring it out in people. Until you know what they want to accomplish, you don't know if your product is qualified to be good for them. How are you going to sell them your product if you don't know that's what they're looking for with their goal, their accomplishment? What keeps you awake at night? Be careful of the answer. But it's usually whatever it is in business that's keeping them up at night. I love this little guy. Come here, man. I want you to be on video, brother, because you're never too old or too young to learn social media. You're in business? What's your name? Pardon? Jonah. Say hello to Jonah, everybody. The youngest. Oh, wait a second. Jonah's got a pal right in the back there. Oh, my goodness. You see, social, you're never too old or young. Jonah, congratulations. Thanks for being in the room, man. Got an incredible dad. So, again, so now you're getting into finding out what their vision is. How can I contribute to you? Important. We're bringing it around. Now we're contributing to their vision, and how can I help you, right? Have we all heard of that saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care? It really comes down to that. I mean, look at your own lives. That's exactly what it comes down to. So where do we go from here? We're asking all the right questions. We're already there, okay? Now, we give out the business card with the questions. We're inviting them to come into and visit our website, okay? So we're making progress. We've asked them to connect on social media. We've got a Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is, we've decided. And we've got to follow up. So how do we follow up now that we've made the friends, we've asked the questions, we've got them on our email, perhaps, right there. Email marketing is the glue. You are actually, well, I'm going to explain first why email marketing is so important. You not only keep in touch, you're building a community. So when people opt in, you're always giving them some good value, whether you're mailing once a week or once a month or once every 2 weeks. I mean, the people on my email list know that I email out every day, mostly. And they still haven't opted out. They're here in the room, many of them, because you know what? It's about value. If you can give people value every day, then people want to be on your list. So if you're not on my list already, want to be on my list. ashsilva.com. Opt in with your email address. You're creating repeat customers. Your client retention, win back new business. You're offering them coupons and discounts. You're keeping them engaged. Special events, specials. The money is in the follow-up. We've all heard your fortune's in the follow-up. It's exactly where it is. You know, we go to networking events. We come to places like this. We meet a lot of people. We've got a business card. We've got a stack of business cards. And then what happens? If it ends up in a shoebox or in a drawer, have we wasted our day? So the fortune is in the follow-up. If you're going to do one thing, get those cards into an email marketing program. So the size of your Rolodex goes to, now Harvey Mackay, who wrote a few books, Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. Again, you can predict the size of someone's income by looking at the size of his or her Rolodex. It's not your net, or your net worth is determined by your network. Have you heard of that? Show me your network, I'll show you your net worth. So it's all interrelated to who you know. How many do you know? And it's not just how many do you know, it's actually what do you do with the people that you know, right? There is one better if you need to know. It's not what you know, it's not even who you know, really, because if you're in Oprah's shoes, it's about who knows you, isn't it? Not everybody that knows Oprah knows. So it's not even about what you know, it's not even about who you know, it's about who knows you. It's really the new dimension. So, and the who knows you is all a function of social media. Because most of the people that know you, but you don't know them, it could be where you're pushing it out on an email list, on a Twitter feed, on a Facebook page. So if anybody is confused looking at the new social media, I don't blame you. It is a confusing environment. This is where many people go when they get into the social media. It's how do you make money? Or if you're wasting your time, you go to account settings, deactivate your account, go to work. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my best joke. So if you're not, that's my best, what's that? Go back to it. Okay, we're gonna go back to it. Just for Jillian, because you know what, the first time I saw this, I didn't get it myself. It is where most people are, and I purposely didn't want to blow this joke out of proportion, but it's where people go without realizing that Facebook and whatever else you said is not a waste of time if you know what you're doing. So let's go to how we can leverage the social media. For anybody that thinks Facebook is this, you know, monstrosity, it's actually grown to over 1.2 billion people today. 1.2 billion people, if you can imagine how big that is. That's huge. And you've got, this is the amount of users in Canada. So if you look at who are you going to connect with in Facebook, don't waste time with people who are not buying, who are not engaging, your friends who are wasting your time. Keep them as friends, but start moving on. If you decide Facebook is the way to go, start moving on and learn how to close good business out of Facebook. Out of 1.2 billion people, I'm sure you're going to find somebody. So again, it's limited to 5,000 friends. It's your personal profile to your family and friends. Now, once, and again, it's a personal preference, but if you've got a business, you want to start a business page, okay? So if you go to my friends page right now, you'll notice I've got 5,000 friends. I'm maxed out. And so what do? But either way, you want to start a business page for the most strategic reason that most people don't know about that I'm going to share with you right now. Even if you don't have a personal page, here's the reason why you need a business page. Of course, you get likes instead of friends. You are connected with clients and prospects. Naturally, they see the business side of what you're doing. If you've got a personal page, spend a little time on it. Your business page is where you want to spend your time. Why? For the last point, as opposed to personal pages, this is public. Google does not spider your personal page. It's your personal stuff. They don't know. They don't care. It's not even giving you Google juice. If you want to get found by Google and the search engines, you want to post on your business page. That's the biggest point you want to get out of why do you want a business page. And if you want to connect with me, my business page is Ash Silva Business. Would love to connect with you. LinkedIn, 250 million people on LinkedIn. The important point, in case you missed it, you'll get the slides, is 40% of those 250 million people actually pay the premium to be on LinkedIn. So if you're on a free LinkedIn account, that's fine. 40% of that 259 million people, though, upgrade to pay more. Why? Because there's value in how you connect. There's value in the connection. There's value. If you place value in being able to sell your product and service, place value in the analytics of how you can do things in a better way. Okay? So 40% of the people are not paying because they want to waste their money. Twitter, again, you've got, again, almost 230 million, so another 250 million people on Twitter. It's a different, 77% outside the United States. You'll be getting all these slides, but again, these are different ways to connect. How many people have a Pinterest account? All right, we've got a few. And so Pinterest is now very, very, very fast, taking over just about everything. It's about pictures. It's about, posting. Really, Pinterest is, as you can see, taken over with mostly women, 8% men. It's coming up there. Middle-aged women, say 30 to 45, pinning what it is that they want to see in their living rooms. What is the house that they want? What does their lawn look like? What type of paintings do they want to see happening? If you're a marketer, if you're a real estate agent, you want to go on a woman's Pinterest board, you know what type of house she wants. If you're an interior designer, or if you're doing something, you want to go on a woman's board and see what is it that she wants to buy. That's her vision board. That's exactly what she wants. You want to see the colors that she likes and the way she wants her place painted. Men are getting up there, but if you are marketing in certain areas, you want to take a look at Pinterest. It is huge. Instagram. How many people have an Instagram account? Awesome. Awesome. I just got one because I found out I was going to be teaching the course. No, I've got one. But I had to, my kids forced me to get up there. Now Instagram grew so big, 150 million users on Instagram, and Facebook couldn't handle it anymore, so they bought it. So it's very easy. I post on Instagram, it uploads to my Facebook page. There's ways to be very leveraged with how you do that, but instant pictures that tell a story. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Now, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, YouTube is a video is worth 1,000 pictures. That's 1,000,000 words. So I really want you to get where social media is going. It's going video. Google is now able to spider through video. It can SEO video. It recognizes faces. I posted a video, and this was such a crazy story, but if you test it out yourself, and we had a picture of Obama with something, Google found the picture on my video and posted that as my YouTube front cover. Because it picked the most important picture in my whole movie and posted it as my front cover. Think about how powerful it is. So get to know that YouTube is the place to go, whether you're shy or not. This is where you want to tell your message. As a realtor, insurance, mortgage, doesn't matter, financial planning, whatever it is that you do, construction, coaching. They get to see who you are as a coach. They get to see who you are as a real estate agent, property developer. They get to know who you are. The video will tell them everything. We'll talk about YouTube. And YouTube got so big that Google bought it, right? So if you think that YouTube is this distribution channel for videos, think again. YouTube has now become the second largest search engine in the world. So think about YouTube and Google together. Who do you want to get found in? These are some stats. You'll get them all. Canadian, US usage, social media. The weighted average is about 2 hours a day. It's the highest in certain countries. Social media use, Google+, Twitter, Facebook. This is an important slide. if you really are doing your, where is it that your targeted audience hangs out, depending on how old they are, you can see where they are, okay? So depending, the younger people you can see are on some of the top ones, the older people are on classmates.com for 65 and over. I know. We want to see either who we went to school with, who's not with us anymore. Growth, usage, and trends of networks. You getting all the slides, so we're going to be moving fast. Here's an important slide. 33% of consumers cite social networks as the way they discover new brands, products, and services. So think about it. If you're not on social media in a big way, 1/3 of the people making a decision about what they're going to buy, who they're going to buy from, and with, and what they're going to go after, are making a decision on social media. So think about 60% of LinkedIn users have clicked on an advertising. We have to talk about that. 100% of business decision makers use social media for work purposes. 47% of internet users share photos or video they found online. So here it is. It's about sharing good stuff, inspirational stuff. And 25% of consumers who complain about products on Facebook or Twitter expect to hear from the company within an hour. Now, let me tell you what that kind of meant before, as we keep it on the slide. But what that really meant, 25% of the consumers who complain about products expect a response 1 hour. So it's okay if you decide you're not going to be on social media in a big way, but it's not okay to not be on social media just to be on it. Get the difference? Because it's okay if we're not posting that much, but if you've got a bunch of people complaining about you wanting service, you're doing nothing because you're not on social media, and a few other people say, well, that happened to me as well. A few other people steamroll the thing. Before you know it, you've got a conversation happening that you don't even know about because you're not on social media. So you may not want to get on there every day, every moment, every hour. You want to be on there to listen to the conversation. And so that would be very, very important. So social media just got bigger. And we can either, as we said, we saw the confused man before. This is the new situation with social media. We can either put our heads in the sand and do nothing, or we can aim high. Aim high. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my second best joke. Yes. You don't want to be confused like an ostrich in the sand. You want to aim high, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so I put that slide in at 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, we got to wake it up a little bit. So what do you want to do? Where do you want to go from here? This is what you really want to take a look at. How do you leverage social media? Email marketing. We covered Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Gmail, Google Drive, YouTube, and Hangouts. You really want to start to get into that whole area there. Look at what we've just done. If you think about your business, if you're even having a coffee in a restaurant, whatever it is that you're doing, think about if that feed was to go out to the internet over a YouTube video. Now, because this is a Hangout, we're creating this YouTube video on the fly. This YouTube video YouTube is no longer, I'm going to create a video, and it's right there. Look at that. It's like the slides are coming on. We're actually posting this on the fly. So think about where you can do that in your own business. You can be in a coffee shop. You can be sitting down, but the presentation goes out to the world. You're now bringing investors in from other places you might not be able to get on a plane to go to in the moment, right? It's done the same way we're coming out to the internet in this way. So think about how you can expand yourself and your vision with what you're going to be doing. Blogs and WordPress, you want to bring it in with email marketing. Instagram, Flickr, Tumblr, Pinterest. We didn't talk about that as much, but these on the picture side of things are very big. You want to leverage social media in your business, create a multi-channels. You want to find your audience. You want to build your community, generate leads. Of course, you want to learn how to monetize. That's the important thing, right? That's where social media does not become a waste of time. So with email marketing, and we've got a whole course on email marketing. When you take a look at email marketing, you're looking at the fact that with all the social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you know, I don't know if it's happened to you, but people get kicked out of Facebook for like being too friendly. I've been too friendly. And YouTube, as a politician, I think you got really friendly, didn't you? So it happens, and then you've just got to explain yourself and you're back on. But do you want to be held hostage to somebody else deciding if you're too friendly, not so friendly, and they're going to cut you off? When you have your own blog, that is something that you own. So email marketing will build your list, your autoresponders, your events, your sign-up forms, your link segmentation. We've got a whole course around that. And for everybody that's taken the time, by the way, to be in this room, I'm actually going to give you our email marketing course absolutely free. Yes. Well, we talked about that enthusiasm thing. Let's maintain it. I know social media, people are watching. People, and even if people are not watching, we're watching, right? Do we? Oh my goodness. Beautiful. So we're going to move fast. Facebook pages, again, why do you use pages versus a personal page? Personal profiles, types of pages. Do you want a group? Do you want membership sites? Did you know you can have a membership site right on Facebook free? Yeah, free. You can build your community, likes, friends, followers. You want to go through LinkedIn to create and optimize your profiles and your leads, your connections, your groups. You want your best practices. Twitter, again, you want to get into, you know, something that's for a future day as we keep in touch that is so hot, this hashtag thing. You're going to see it coming from left field. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, I said it here second. But the reason I say second is because somebody sitting in the audience said it to me first. He's sitting right in the audience there. If you want mobile marketing, get out there and talk to that man, Jay. Just like there was a time when people registered their domain names, just like there was a time when people then started to get into getting better websites, and now mobile marketing, this hashtag thing is about to blow up and get huge. I can't talk about it now. You want to start to take a look at important hashtags. If you don't understand, like, why are people saying hashtag let's be friendly, hashtag Fresh Friday fun? Okay, there's a reason for that, but there's a way to monetize that. And for that, you're going to have to be my Facebook friend. Talk about it online. All right. So, but it's going to be very big. Mark my words on that. Twitter, Google Plus. Again, go back to that Twitter. Does anybody get this joke? If you laugh at this joke, that means you're a Twitter person. If you don't, chirp, chirp. The little birdie said chirp, chirp. Funny bird noises. WTF. Okay. So, Google Plus, Gmail, Google Drive, and apps. It all comes together. This is beyond YouTube, guys. This is Gmail and Google Drives. You can have your whole business online operated out of your phone. There's ways to do it. Personal pages, business pages, Gmail, apps, Drive, lots of Google stuff. You can integrate it and really have a lot of fun. And again, we talked about YouTube and Hangouts. That's probably the most important thing you can do. One of the trends that I've seen, if you saw that Facebook's got 1.2 billion people on Facebook right now, Google Plus has got 1.1. They're already up to 1.1. It's a Google product. So think about it. Google bought YouTube. Now, you're able to create a video on the fly. This video was not produced. It's on the fly. Then it's saved. It's recorded online. So imagine the power of having a social media platform to create tribes and communities on top of that. And again, the graph, when you take a look at it, is Google Plus is overtaking Facebook. And it'll soon be #1, if you don't know that already. And what does that mean? Google, of course, will want to spider its own products, more or less before they do other products, right? You want to be on Google Plus, so that's the first thing you do. Get a Google Plus account. We're monetizing. Again, this is the best thing you can do. No matter what you do with your Facebook and your YouTube and your Twitter and your LinkedIn and your Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, it doesn't matter. It all leads to something with an email. You bring it back to your blog, your website, or WordPress is a template that you can use that Google loves because you can do lots with it. You can have your own blog, but that's what you really want to do is bring everything in and connect. Instagram, Flickr, Tumblr, Pinterest, whatever you want to do, Snapchat, WeChat, these things are huge. WhatsApp has actually doubled in the last few months. If you're not on it, group messaging, incredible stuff that we can cover some other time. This, I think, is the most important thing. Now, not because it's paid. Free is always great. I love free. I love the fact that most of social media is free. But everybody's on free right now, right? If you know what you're doing with paid advertising. You see all those little Facebook things that are promoted right now that come into your newsfeed? There's a reason some of the marketers have jumped onto that. For pennies, they're following you and they're They've got you. They've got you until they will sell you. And we can actually get into that. But the whole paid advertising, whether it's PPC or CPM, with what you can do out there is huge. And for you to research on your own. Next steps and how we can help you. So again, you know what to do in terms of your social media engagement, your social media strategy, email marketing, creating your blogs. But will you do it is the point. Who's willing to do what they learned today? Okay. And I want to contribute to that to make it easier. If we can go back one slide. And I want to make sure that by taking action and creating some continuity in the relationship that we established today, whichever way we connect on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, or whatever it's going to be. Matter of fact, if you leave your business card or your name and email information at the front of the room after this is over, and if you are watching out there, there's a button out there that says Learn Email Marketing Free. Just click on that button and we'll get your information. This stuff is really, really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, it's social media at its finest. We're going to give you our email marketing course absolutely free for you as my way of honoring and appreciating you for being here in there with us. That's social media. And as a final, you know what? If social media is all about honoring each other, right? If social media is all about really creating that contribution to everybody. We're gonna end with just one thing, and that's that standing ovation. But you're not gonna do it to me. Left and the right. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna face each other. We're gonna face each other. I want you to lock eyes with somebody or a few people. Lock eyes with somebody or a few people. That's the person. Imagine you've got them on social media that you're gonna give a standing ovation to right now. Standing ovation, everybody. Social media presentation over. See you online. Good, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I promised somebody a book on, it's a big book on social media for dummies.